penalty? Has he?
I didn't speak with him. It was in a training session. Yesterday recovery. I didn't see him today in training good, and ready.
Is he the right sort of character just to be able to sort of put something like that behind him? And
listen, in these situations, the guys who take the penalty, he took the penalty, are heroes for me. The guys who take the ball to go there to shoot, they can do whatever they want. You have to be a huge personality to do it, and not everyone is able to do it, and they did it. So that's why chapeau. So miss it. So sometimes you shoot in one way. I said to them, just one idea, and be convinced what you have to do. He decided to do this, it's fine. He missed it. He didn't want to miss it. It's happened. But be there in front of the responsibility for everyone and do it. When that's happened, I will never judge. Absolutely. I do completely opposite. Big respect.
You've had 2 penalty shootouts this year with the Super Cup as well. Do you practice for them or not really? Not so much?
Sometimes we practice, yeah. But it's just how you feel in the moment, the decision you are going to take, and the tiredness that you have, mentally, physicality. So you have to be so strong there. So, but of course, they practice during the day.
Hi, Pep. Despite losing the other night, you could still be the first English team ever to win 2 doubles in consecutive years. Is that something you can use as inspiration?
Yeah. They're really lucky, but they asked me about the treble. Who will happen after that? They are out.
It's kind of been forgotten. That's how good you've been, that everyone's saying, oh, you can't do the treble, but actually you can do this thing that no other team's ever done before.
I don't know, James. So I think we are, for the problems that we had, that I know what happened this season, the problems that we have for injuries, for some players that they took time to take the rhythm, the new players, important players, they left. So I could not expect being in that position here. It's a little bit, we were close again because we performed to be close, but didn't happen. So for my advice about the pass and the trebles or doubles or this kind of things is why we are not focused in Chelsea. It's enough target to think about it. So I would say when you are in the 1 game left or 2 ends for the end of the Premier League, or we are final in the position, you are already in the final of the FA Cup. Now I can answer you perfectly, but so Chelsea is no. We felt 2 times how strong they are. The weapons they have up front. Cole has been the decisive player, maybe of the season in many aspects, and they are really, really difficult. And we travel with the situation that we know that we have, and so win that game and see what happens the next 3, 4, 5 games in the Premier League, and after we will see.
Hi, Pep. The team talk on Wednesday night after the match, how it seems like that might have been quite a difficult one to do from a psychological perspective, because what do you say to the players?
Nothing. Well, after the game I say thank you to them for how we talk about the game, be ourselves. So all of us, we want to win, but we never know what's going to happen, but at least try to be ourselves, and more than ever we were ourselves. That was not enough. And after that, what happened, I would say thank you to all of them to dignify the profession, the job, what they do. After what they have done in the past, humility to try it again. So, and after that, not even one word. So it's just have to pass the moments alone, everyone himself, families, friends, and it's not necessarily words in that moment. Everyone is sad and they have to accept it. But as much there today, it was more smiles already in the pitch, and okay, FA Cup semi-final is a huge target, to reach another final. We leave it last season. So nice, the FA Cup final. So, and maybe the toughest opponents we can face right now. And all respect for United and Coventry, of course, but it's a really tough opponent. And we travel this afternoon and try to smell who feels better, who recover better than the game against Madrid, because when you talk with them, no, I'm fine, Pep, I'm fine, but at the end you never know if they are fine, because sometimes recover better than the other ones, and everyone's ready to try to this battle again.
And given the run of form in October, November, would it be fair to say that you weren't expecting to be in this position, really?
Completely. I don't expect.
What do you think changed? Do you think the Club World Cup had an impact on things turning round, or?
No, I didn't expect. I think in general, I said honestly, it was in October, November. The level we are playing is good. People say no, because always compare with the travel teams or before. When you compare with the travel, the memory there is here. Always you are losing, but it's just that feeling. I remember clearly the games against Crystal Palace we draw, the game against Tottenham we draw, against Liverpool draw at home. So many games they were outstanding level. So it's not a turning point. I would say before the World Cup we were bad, and and the other ones we were up and start good, up and down. That is normal for the opponents for many reasons. But the level of consistency being here, I'm pretty sure the opponents, our contenders, admire us for just that point. After 6-7 years being there, still being there, they know these guys are unbelievable. I know that feeling. I know they think about that. It's not about the quality. It's being every day do your job, and we have done it. Still we are there, and it's just 1 month at the end of the season. 1 game, potential 2 FA Cups, 6 Premier League games, and we have to do the rest. So we work a lot, like all the teams, of course, but we included. We work a lot to now don't get rid of 1 second our dreams and our intention to try to do it again. So it's going to happen.
Do the opponents ever tell you that they think you're unbelievable?
No, I don't speak with them, but I had the feeling. I would feel. So I admire Liverpool for that. So whatever happened this season, I admire Liverpool. When I said Jurgen and Liverpool always have been, because it's the team like face us. It's the real contender that faces face to face. I go against you. And during 6-7 years. And I don't judge for, at the end, you leave the trophy, you don't leave the trophy for the line curve, for the last corner. It's the amount of games during season by season being there. And this is the most difficult thing. And being in that position, we were close to still fighting for the titles, and 1 month left. I would sign every season, arrive 1 month left, fighting for the 3 titles. My career until the end is what I dream of. It's the best. When no teams do this, it's because have been really good that season. And after win the final, always I put the example. We lost last game in the penalties when we were really good, and we won the Champions League with Lukaku 3 meters alone in the middle of the goal was for Ederson. Ederson saved it. And we are an incredible team. How good is Manchester City? And last game we did everything and we could not score. In these margins, in these levels, and we have to accept it. It's the stars. I don't know what is football. I would say it's not about Inter or about City or about Madrid or Barcelona. It's football. Football is like that. It happened with Madrid. It happened in Atletico Madrid. It may happen against Chelsea. It may happen against Inter Milan against us, or Chelsea against us. So it's football. You have to accept it. So, but important is next season I will sign. Arrive in that stages in this sports conference after qualifying semi-finals for the fact that there's fighting for the titles. That means in every game you have been who you are, and there's no doubts about that. This team is unbelievable in that sense. Unbelievable.
But you just mentioned there about the fine margins, whether it's Lukaku in the final or on Wednesday night in the penalties. Given what happened on Wednesday, do you think that maybe puts into perspective just how impressive it was that you managed to achieve last season? That maybe people now have a better understanding of just how impressive it was? No,
I don't think you don't have to. I think everybody knows how difficult it is what we have done in the season, and the same is the same difficult thing being there, to being close, to be. So maybe we'll go out for the I would say the FA Cup. We don't reach the final, but being in semi-final, we were in Luton away. They know how difficult is the stadium, and Spurs away. So, and at the end, even Newcastle at home. So we know perfectly. It can happen. And being out on the way we did qualifying in Champions League against Madrid, it's happened. But, with the group stage, we won all the games. We didn't lose 1 game. We were out Champions League, we didn't lose 1 game. So we were there. So we can be better. Yeah, of course, always it can be better. Even win the treble, we can be better. But the level of every time, is there. It's always remarkable. So I don't have bad feelings or anger to say something to the team or the club. When you see how we behave, it's just, okay, relax, try to forget and prepare the next game.
Last two guys, Simon and Michael.
Pep, if you could pick a game to play kind of days after the disappointment of Wednesday night, would it be another big knockout game like Chelsea is on Saturday?
Well, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I would pick 1 week later and after do it. It's what it is. Yeah, it's the same like as in Madrid, before Crystal Palace Luton. So it's what it is. I prefer to be in Champions League than don't be. I prefer to be in semi-finals of the Champions League with a little margin of time. I prefer. So I prefer to play this than stay at home to think in the next Premier League game because we are out for the FA Cup. Until we are out, it's better to be here. Even the circumstances that we have, I explained weeks ago, it's no time, absolutely. We go there and try to compete in our best. I said I wouldn't feel sorry for ourselves for the fact that we are out, and it's the highest level, in the top level, this kind of situations happen. You arrive in the last stages with the best teams in the world, with the best teams in the country, and sometimes you lose games. There is no better, I think, fact that be a top club when you accept that with normality. The problem is when you don't perform or you are not who you are. That was the problem. But when it's happened that, accept that they can beat you. That with football, it happened that sometimes you win when you don't deserve it. It happened a few times in our club, I would say, but sometimes happen that you don't win when they were better. But what can I say? Accept it, congratulate them, and improve for next time it happen. We can do a little bit better to beat them again. It's the only way I know. If you start to complain at this and that decision, the other decision, we were unlucky. What is that? In 180 minutes, always they are unlucky for both sides. There are moments that are lucky for us. There are missed chances for both sides. So at the end, this was what it was.
Hi, Pep. You've spoken a lot about the response from the squad after that game against Madrid. Do you know with these players who have shown their mentality and their mindset over the last couple of years, do you need to do anything different after such a heavy defeat, or do you just know that they will bounce
It's not
back?
the first time we are losing in the quarterfinals or semi-finals of the Champions League in the past. I remember many times we are in quarterfinals out, you have 6-7 games left to win the Premier League, you have to win all the games, you have to respond well, and we did it. That means they're going to do it again. I don't know. But I don't think I have to say much to them. They know they are so mature in many aspects. We will remember that. We will remember that still, we had a lot of nice things to fight or to do it, and start one by one. In semi-final, FA Cup is enough, it's important enough to take seriously.
And just one last one. Is Manuel Akanji available tomorrow?
Yeah.
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 No injury?
No.
Good.
They were so tired, that's all. Okay, thank you.
Guys.